The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts of the Clear Vision podcast are for motivational purposes only. It is not our intention to disrupt, destroy, or deceive. This podcast includes content that may not be suitable for all audiences, especially those not seeking clear vision. Viewer discretion is advised. This has its own magic.
What's up, everybody? It's the Clear Vision podcast, man. It's me, John, in the flesh.
My
To
brother.
my left, my dog, Trevor.
We in the building. We here.
Oh, yeah. My boy, Eli.
What up?
Yours
Here we are.
truly. He's back.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
BJ, what up?
Brian
I
J.
was here last week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was the week before. It was the week before.
Oh, it was the week before. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. How are you doing, man? You good?
He just missed you,
blessed.
man. He just
There we
missed
go.
you.
I just miss you. And we got a special guest, man. I'll introduce him, but first, let's Trey, where can I find us at?
You can find us here at YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment. All podcast stores, we're now there. Make sure you leave a 5-star rating and put somebody on, man. We trying to share the good word. This is going to be a good one, bro.
Man,
we
this
got
is
a
gonna be a great
legend
one.
in the building.
Legend in the building, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Eli?
Yes, sir.
How can they talk to us, brother?
Man,
we had
Clear
one
Vision.
last week.
Oh, yeah, we had a great one. A beautiful listener letter, man.
Shout out
We
to
love
Carlos.
connecting with the community, man. We love connecting with the people, man. ClearVisionPodcast.com. Hit us up on there, man. Go to that tab. And if you have a topic or anything that you want to just put out, if you want us to, say something positive, you got something positive to say in the world, it needs to be put out there, man. This is the space to do it, man. So clearvisionpod.com, hit us up on there. Send in your listener letter, man. We love the connection that we're getting with the city, man. So we appreciate you guys.
For sure.
Clearvisionpod.com. Brian.
Man,
Brother.
if you love us, if you love what we're doing,
If you
man,
really do.
we have a very important guest. We've had a lot of great guests, but today I feel like this is going to be special. So continue to support us so we can, continue to, have great guests and great episodes. So $sign Clear Vision Pod on Cash App.
There
We
we
need
go.
it. We need
There we
it.
go.
Man.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Clear Vision Pod, TikTok, Clear
Yeah.
Vision Pod,
Yeah.
Facebook, Clear Vision Podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, well, let's go ahead and
Get
let's
right,
get to the nitty gritty, man. So
Yeah.
we got a legend.
Come on.
I'm going to say it. We got a legend, man.
Oh, yeah.
You might have seen him on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might have seen him on the front lines, Justice for Julius.
Mm.
You might have heard him through your speaker.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You might have been to one of his restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrambled.
Couple of
Oh yeah,
Scrambled.
Eastside
Scrambled.
Pizza.
pieces, man.
Man, you might have seen him with some big names before, man. You
Chuck
might
D.
have seen him on the court.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He wasn't hooping, but he might have been spitting something,
okay,
man,
see,
at
yeah.
the Oklahoma City Thunder Paycom Center, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, we got JB in the building.
JB.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Come on, man. Come on.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah. Introduction is always like, you don't realize how much you've done. People start saying it, but yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to be here. Like I
Thank
said,
you.
walking in, seeing all y'all, man, like it just lifted my spirits,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
We're glad we
Good.
could do that,
Yeah.
man.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Thanks
sure.
for coming.
Who hit
bro.
me up on?
That was me. Yeah. I've been
Okay.
hitting you. Yeah.
And we had a. It was supposed to be a different day, right? I was out of town or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, your flight,
flight.
you had to get your flight
Okay.
rescheduled. So we
Oh
got right.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was in LA. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
It's all good, man. We're glad to have you here, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk. I got some questions for you.
You a
man.
busy man.
Yeah, man.
Shoot.
Flying around, bro. Representing.
Let's do
For sure.
a quick homie therapy if you
Quick
got
homie
anything.
therapy. So homie therapy, we typically go around the table, just check in mentally
Emotional
with
check-in.
everybody. Yeah,
Man
for
check
sure.
in.
So for me, man, my woman's birthday was yesterday.
Shout out
to
So
her,
she just
bro.
turned 29. She's
Yeah,
about
shout
to
out to
get
Carrie.
into
Yeah.
the dirty 30 step year.
Come on,
Yeah.
there you go. There
So
you go.
we gonna but happy birthday, baby.
Yeah.
I told you yesterday, I'm just proud of the woman you've become.
Yeah.
The woman you are, the mama you are,
Yeah.
the fiance you are, the
Represent.
daughter. Like there's not many loving and gentle and nurturing women. My woman,
Yeah.
she's just great. bro.
Shout out
Stand
to
on it,
her.
bro.
Ah, she's just great.
Sometimes you gotta
Wow.
take time to stand on it, bro. That's
And
cool.
say it.
Yeah.
Y'all know me, man. For hers, when it's y'all's birthday, I call y'all and I tell y'all
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
I feel instead of typing it. But hers, bro, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to stop talking.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't
like
have
that.
been up.
Boy, John about to cry.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. Shout out,
Cooking
happy
up.
birthday, baby.
Happy
On
birthday,
me.
Carrie.
Yeah, I'll be. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, man, you just taught me something because I just text my homie happy cake day today. I need to call him. after
On
this
me.
and
Get
tell
the
him.
word.
Go ahead, man.
So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Me,
wow.
pour
Wow.
into the family, bro.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, for me, I'll be quick, bro. I'm blessed, bro. I'm
Yeah.
thankful. My kids is healthy.
Yeah.
I do have a big day coming up. I mean, today is a big day.
Yeah.
But Sunday, man, I'm delivering a message for my grandmother at her ceremony.
Tell us about it.
Man, I'm nervous, brother.
Yeah.
I'm nervous, man, but it's a good nervous.
Yeah.
It's like I'm excited for what God has put on my heart.
Mhm.
Hopefully, I say something that can help somebody.
You will.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Man,
Y'all pray for me, bro.
Sit
Yeah.
in where
Oh,
you
we
at,
will.
man. Just be.
Pray for
just
me. I'm
be-
not a
be where
preacher,
you
bro.
at.
I'm not a pastor.
And that
but
takes courage, bro.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
A lot
it
of
takes-
courage.
but I
So,
know-
so thank you for accepting the call, because most people would be like,
Exactly.
no, I'm not a preacher. I can't.
and that's when I knew, I got to do this.
right.
Yeah.
Because whenever Pastor Gates asked me,
Mhm.
I was like, my spirit said yes before I
Yeah.
even thought about it.
Yeah.
But then when I went home, I had so much in my mind, like, hey,
all
bro,
right.
you're not a pastor, bro. You're
Right.
a preacher, bro. You know, I make music. You
I'm a
make
rapper,
music. I rap,
right.
bro. You got
Yeah.
songs out there with the woo. People gonna be.
Right.
You can't disrespect them. But then in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going up there for nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going up there for God. God asked
There
me to
you
do it.
go.
I'm gonna do it. So,
You were selected by God and
Come on.
many walking around you,
so
man.
I'm excited for it, bro.
I'm excited for you, bro. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be quick, man. I had a celebration as well this weekend, man, or this week. I'm sorry. October 14th is me and my wife's high school anniversary. We've officially been together for 14 years.
Woo!
14 years. We've been together since we were 14 and 13, man.
JB, he only 29.
Yeah.
I'm only 29, man. That's my dog, man. That's my person.
Yeah.
Baby, I love you. We're celebrating today too, man.
That's
So,
what's up, bro.
man, all I gotta say, man, is love is powerful, man. If believe in marriage, believe in love, man, and it's beautiful, man. It'll keep you going. So,
Yeah, that's what's up.
yeah,
bro.
that's all I got, man. My
Congrats.
kids are good. Everybody's good, man. Everybody's doing fine. So,
Yeah.
I'll take the reins. So October 14th,
Mm.
my parents celebrated 30 years of marriage.
Wow.
They're
Shout out
actually
to 'em.
in St. Lucius or something.
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
I got some homies in St. Lucia right now too.
for
That's
real?
crazy.
it's all connecting.
Yeah,
The room is
Right,
buzzing.
for
The
real.
room is hot. Yeah.
I sent them a message like before they got on the flight, just telling them how much I appreciate them for showing me real love and
Man.
true love.
Yeah.
Especially in a
The
world
blueprint.
right now, there's so much like
Out there.
phoniness and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
performative love.
Mm.
But they, showed me like exactly the type of love that I want to show
Yeah.
My future wife. So
That's what's up.
Wow.
That's what's up.
yeah.
Wow.
Praise God.
Such a
That's
good
all I
man,
got.
bro.
Thanks, man. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be like y'all when I grow up. That's
Oh
it.
man, stop it. You're the oldest.
My little bros.
Go ahead, JB. Tell
JB,
us
what
how
you got,
feel.
man? You got anything for us?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Like just listening to y'all. It's home. What's it called?
Homie therapy.
Yeah.
Homie
Man,
therapy.
I'm just learning so much just in the first 5 minutes of being in here. But
Me.
I think for me, it's just a blessing to sit amongst brothers and how listen to them talk about their wives, their families.
Yeah.
And it's just teaching me that we're gonna be all right.
There's
That's
a
right. You
future,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah.
And
Yes, sir.
man, y'all are dope as hell. you
Oh,
know?
we
Yeah.
appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you.
We
And,
appreciate it.
You dope, bro.
It's just encouraging me,
Yeah.
to, like I said, to reevaluate, some of the things that I got going, like calling my homie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And actually, I got up on this morning and saw it was his birthday. I just sent a text real quick,
Mm.
but I should have called him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've known him since I was, 16, 17, and he's helped me through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's all I got, man. It's
It's
just
beautiful, man.
The energy in this room is amazing.
Yeah,
So,
Wow.
appreciate
So,
it, man.
Appreciate it.
We
Feels
appreciate
good,
you,
bro.
man.
Appreciate you, bro.
And you welcome back anytime.
For
yeah,
sure.
I'm coming
Anytime,
tomorrow.
man.
Watch,
I
I'll
got
be
you.
there, Yeah,
I'm gonna shoot
anytime.
it to you. We're gonna
Yeah.
get right
Yeah,
after this.
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, man. And I just want to quickly, I'll say thank you, bro. Thank you for the words, but also thank you for being here, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're a brother that me personally, I look up to, bro. I admire. I follow your journey, and I support what you do for the city. So you being here, it shows us that we're doing something right. Because we want, this is what we want, bro. We want people like you that have connections, power, and just are on a certain level to be able to come here and feel comfortable. enough to
Community
come here.
aspirations, yeah.
Yeah,
Giving back to
come out
community,
and
for sure.
and share your story. So appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
no doubt.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, man, JB, we gonna get into it, man, and we really just wanna, in case somebody hasn't heard of you, which
Must be under a rock.
right,
Patrick
Uh,
Star.
but man, I just want to know your story, your upbringing,
Yeah.
where you from, all that stuff, man. If you just
Yeah, how it started. Yeah, take us back, bro. Like,
Yeah.
That's a long way back. Nah, I'm from here. I'm from Oklahoma City. You know, East Side, born and raised.
Yeah,
come on.
You know, we moved around a lot. I went to a bunch of Oklahoma City public schools. I think like by the time I graduated, probably like 10, 11 of them. You know what I'm saying? But for the majority of the time, we was on the East Side. That's where both my great grandparents live in their own houses. So that's where we at on the weekends and all that. You know.
Same.
But yeah, I even whenever we were going through like the what do you call it? Some people, I think it's like they stopped saying homeless now, they say houseless. But even through that period, single mom and all that, we was on the East Side. You know what I'm saying? And so that's that's home for me. But as far as everything, everything that I do really started with music and really just wanting to tell my story and just share, things I seen growing up, things I had been through. I think the catalyst for me was probably whenever my brother was killed. And, I tell this story a lot, but y'all, what year was y'all born? Y'all
1996.
Okay, dang. So y'all don't got no memory of Pac or none of that, huh?
Oh, yeah,
we
no,
know
come on.
about. I mean,
Y'all know who Pac is, but you don't have like a memory of
we
like,
didn't experience him
like,
dying. No,
whenever Juice came out and like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
followed it though.
yeah, so I was, I said, like, for instance, I was probably 6 or 7 when Juice came out, but I remember being afraid of Bishop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Bishop was scary
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I
I
just asked because to see if y'all were around in 2001, whenever not even was it let me see. 9/11 was 2001, right?
9/11 was 2001.
Yeah, so
2002. Yeah.
So that was if I remember right, that was 9/11 was a Tuesday, I believe. But my brother got shot the day before.
Oh, dang.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's how vivid my memory is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that right there, I was 18 years old, but that was like the catalyst for me, like saying, I really want to speak to people and use music to tell these stories because man, I wasn't like I loved basketball, I loved football, I loved all that stuff, but I was never that good at it. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, but I was decent at rapping. So so rapping was what I did. You know what I mean? And
can I ask you a question right there while you there? You said you lost your brother. Was it to like a gang violence or like how did he?
Yeah, he got shot.
Okay.
He got shot. I wouldn't say it was. I mean, our family, we we gang bang. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't killed behind no gang banging. Really, I mean, you could probably say there was some of that intertwined into white. You know what I'm saying? But really, it was stupid. You know what I'm saying? And so, but nonetheless, it was gun violence in the streets.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? He was killed by another black person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that was just that was just the catalyst, for everything. And I will say this, I remember going to court because I was 18 and it was 01, so it was a long time ago. But I remember going to court and seeing the person, sitting over there and kind of recognizing them, but not really. You know what I'm saying? But maybe a year and a half ago, I actually came face to face and had a conversation with this person that killed my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really told. I don't think I told my parents that before. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That happened. But
How did you feel after that conversation?
This kind of ties into the Julius Jones stuff. Right. I don't believe in the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? And if you had asked me in 01, I was right there ready to retaliate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wanting to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? Which we don't think about retaliation as the death penalty. But that in essence, that's what we're saying we're doing.
Yeah.
If somebody kills somebody that I love and I want them dead, that's, you know what I'm saying?
Same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It's the same thing. So
You just not doing it yourself.
yeah, and so
Damn.
the conversation and the talk that we had, this person didn't know that was who I was at the time when they was talking to me. They was asking for my help on their case to get out of prison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so while they telling me the story of their case, I realized
Who he was.
and they was like, yeah, I just love what you did for Julius Jones, and people also don't realize Julius is still locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what he say? No parole now. Huh?
Yeah, they said he could never apply for commutation.
Yeah.
But you know, Julius is still locked up. So, you know, he's not on death row, and
He saved his life.
He won't. And I'll tell you that story too. But
Yeah.
he wasn't executed. But you know, the bro is still behind bars, and so that's, you know, that's a whole nother thing. But
Yeah.
it was weird, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, to this day I still think about, you know, that moment, because if older me would have been like, why you didn't do nothing? You know what I'm saying? You know, but I mean, younger me would have been like that.
Yeah.
But older me, you know, like I said, like, you know, I think they are where they should be. And I just told them I can't help you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not the one for that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
For
not
sure.
for you. I just like I'll be, you know, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
But it was a difficult conversation. And
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
and
I
can only imagine. Yeah.
Like, and I think people need to hear that though, because most people do retaliate. I mean, you know, in our culture, like that's kind of like what you do.
Yeah.
You can't let people off. You can't, you know, we got this pride of like, you take my brother, I take
You gotta
yours,
spin
or
the
I
block,
take you,
come back.
spin
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
we can't normalize that.
Yeah.
Because then it never stops.
Yeah, and so that's a big part of the work I do now with Live Free Oklahoma is really trying to intervene so the retaliations don't happen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because y'all know, like I know, you know what I'm saying? Like it is in our community, especially with you know, black men and women. You know, it's definitely accepted to, you know what I'm saying? That's just a part of it.
Yeah.
And but then at the same time, we like, you know, we don't believe in the death penalty. So why we believe in you know what I'm saying,
Right.
retaliation?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it doesn't bring anybody back.
It
you know
doesn't.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that the idea of, you know, to kill somebody to show them that killing is wrong. It's, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
It's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's real.
yeah.
That's real,
Wow.
bro.
Wow. Well, you know, you can continue your story. I was just saying we appreciate I think what's important is the self-growth that you realize in yourself. And that, you know, God's going to take us through things, you know. He's going to take us through things, but it's always a lesson behind it. And
Yeah.
it's up to you, you know.
Well, I like what you said, because my homie Juan, he always says, God doesn't take us to things; He takes us through things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's so
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
And you know, going through those things is how we, you know, learn and develop and become better people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You gotta go through
And
it.
that
So
even
you-
shows your character of like how you was even speaking with him. Because,
Yes.
of course, like, you could have been flagrant with him. You could
Yeah.
have been, you know, but
Yeah.
you was still like a stand-up dude in the midst of him knowing
Of a
you know,
challenge.
who you were, right?
Yeah.
And you still was a stand-up dude. So I
Yeah.
think that still says
Shout out
a
to
lot
you,
about
man.
your character and what got
Absolutely.
you to that point.
Right. So you got through the death of your brother. You chose rap instead of streets, and you're trying to build something
Positive.
to positive, to pay respect to that, and also to make a change. So kind of take us through that journey of like, okay, now you embrace hip hop. You know, here in OKC. Like,
OKC.
Yeah,
Trying to come out of OKC and rap.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, bro. I mean,
The only person I ever heard of Nitro.
Especially in
that-
2001,
Nitro.
man. 2001.
yeah,
Nitro.
it's a few.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
few.
I would I'll tell you this about Nitro, and real quick.
Yeah.
This is why rap is so important to me, because the night my brother got shot, the reason why I wasn't there is because I was recording, or else I would have been there. I was in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But to Nitro, like the one time I did Sway in the Morning, I'll never forget it. I was I was in there doing an interview and whatnot, and I can't remember who it was. They was like, "Oh, you from Oklahoma City?" Only person from Oklahoma City I know is Nitro.
Yeah.
This is in New York at Sway in the Morning. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how, like, people don't, I don't know if the generations after Nitro understand, because I'm after Nitro. I don't, or after me probably, my generation understands, how significant and big Nitro was, and how his footprint is all over, hip hop in Oklahoma. But I don't know if the generation after me understands that, because like I said, this is years later, and I'm at Sway in the Morning, New York, and you would think everybody who was, I guess, like, doing stuff when he was doing it would be gone and not, you know what I'm saying? But nah, this was somebody, you know what I'm saying, still doing it and knew, and the only person they ever heard from Oklahoma was Nitro. You know what I mean? And so that was dope to me.
But talk through that. Just you chose rap. How did it lead to where you are today? Like how did rap and just that path get you to where you
on tour right now?
No, I'm off. I'm off.
Tour.
I have a few tour dates next month.
Okay.
Gonna be doing some with D Smoke. So
I love D Smoke.
Yeah.
I love D
see,
Smoke.
and I just said that to say, like, Oklahoma, like, we'll talk about it later, but it was a post, and it's all these roadblocks in the way. But I'm just curious about your story, because
the grind.
You went from that to Sway in the Morning, Sway in the Morning,
right,
and on tour with D Smoke.
I could tell you the Sway story too, but I mean, I think a lot of it is just because anybody who know me know I don't consider myself to be the best rapper, especially not the best rapper in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? But I love it, and I work hard, and that's pretty much where everything started. You know what I'm saying? And so I always it'll always be there, and I'll continue to do it. I think sometimes people think, as you get older, because I've seen it, people get older or whatever, they get families, and they was once, that's all they was doing, and now they doing something else. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, it's like people just know that's what I do. You know what I mean? And so yeah, it's definitely been a grind, and I wouldn't say it's been a struggle. I think coming from Oklahoma, being a rapper is more of an advantage than it is a disadvantage, because even like with the Sway in the Morning thing, I was nervous. I remember on the plane there, I had some rhymes in my head because they tell you like. Have this many, freestyles or this many raps ready to go before you get there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, man, I could freestyle really if I wanted to. Yeah. I'm like, nah, I wanna be flawless. So, and I had some new ones I had planned to do. Yeah. But and then the dude who was there with me who rapped, he was from New York, and to me, he was light years better than me. You know what I'm saying? But because I was from Oklahoma, like, I felt like they paid more attention just because they heard the New York rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That style.
You know what I mean? But it was like, dang, Oklahoma out here spitting like that. And I didn't do the ones that I wanted to do. I just did something. Came to my mind first. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
But I wish I had used what I had was right on the plane, but or at least just a few of the lines. But yeah, hard. I think it's just continuing to be consistent and continuing to grow with it, because hip hop is so young, and because it is so young, it's a young man's sport. You know what I mean? And you have to adapt with the times and really grow with it as it's growing, and we've seen people get left behind. And, they can't switch it up. They can't do nothing, and they look wild out here, like, or they're being critical or disrespectful to young rappers. You know what I'm saying, or young musicians that are coming up. The people like so.
Yeah.
So I mean, how was that journey? Like, I guess so. Like, kind of backpedaling on what he was talking about. You know, the incident happens with your brother. Now you locked in. You 18, so you out of high school. And so now it's just is your mentality. Look, I'm either
Yeah, because I was in college. I dropped out. So
Okay.
that was my freshman year of college.
Uh-huh.
And my brother got killed. I didn't go back.
Yeah.
But I will say, you know, at that moment, it was really just like, it was that, but then it was like also, you know, that was like, I remember that was like, like I said, 9/11 happened. And then I also had a show around the same time, and it was like one of the first shows I got paid for. And so that right there, I was like, and I had quit school, so I was like, dang, I quit school. I just got paid to perform. If I do, this was just one night. If I could do 3 nights, you know what I'm saying, I probably made what, $100, $150 that night.
Yeah.
If so, just for one night, I'm thinking, okay, if I do 3 nights, that's $300.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
You got your hustling bag.
Yeah. So then I'm like, well, shoot, if I do a show here, get 5 of them, and I can make 100. Even if I make 50, I'm still, you know what I'm saying, at 18, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so,
Hustling.
it just kind of started with that and understanding, like, you know, this could be something that I could do for real and make some money. Not that, like I said, that was 2001. You know what I'm saying? And it's 2025, so not that like none of that. You know, it obviously didn't happen overnight.
For sure.
But it took years. I would say like it was 2013.
You got your big break.
Whenever I never forget. I was working because I was still working.
Yeah.
But I would say like 2013 is whenever I was working at Hertz Call Center, and I got called to go on a tour with this rapper named Merce out of L.A. and I quit. And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I said, you know, like you just take it. And I had done several tours before that. I went on tour with Killer Mike and them and Run the Jewels before that. But it was that one where I was like, you know, I'll never forget. They called me. I took my 15-minute break on my phone, walked outside, called them back, and you know, it was. I want to say that was like October. And I left in November. We toured November, December. You know what I mean?
And I think it's just so good to get your story on record, because I think that's, as an artist in OKC,
He's tough. You gotta.
I'm gonna send you my stuff, bro. You just get your opinion on it. But you know, I understand like what you had brought up earlier, where you know you put out this work. You know, you put effort into your craft. You make music. And you may not get the support you feel like you deserve. And it can be discouraging, but that don't mean stop. And then take time, not only stop, then take time away from your craft to complain about it. I think that affects your brand.
And
you know. So
yeah,
go ahead.
To your point, you know, before 2013, I had wanted to stop. Just because I felt like I felt like nobody was listening. I wasn't getting nowhere. And
somebody need to hear this.
And I had moved 2 times. I moved to LA one time. I was trying to get close to LA. I moved to San Diego, like Oceanside, to be closer to LA. Had to come back, and then I had moved to North Carolina because there was a guy that wanted to manage me, and I was like, okay, I can a few hours from Atlanta, a few hours from New York. You know what I'm saying? And came back, you know, and then but what it was a few things, and then to be honest, when I was in North Carolina, like I was contemplating suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like in a real way, you know.
Going through it.
But what happened was 3 things happened. So the first thing that happened was my daughter's mom called me and told me she was pregnant, and in Oklahoma, and so that's the main reason why I came back and why I started working at Hertz, because I was like, I gotta, you know, be a man. You know what I'm saying? Get a gig.
That's the first one. That's the first one. Okay,
and so
cool.
And so I got a job at Hertz, and so. But even at Hertz, at that moment in my life, I was like, I love hip hop, I love rapping. I can just rap, you know, always, but I can't be, because I got a child on the way. I can't be out here like
a rap star.
Yeah, you know, or I can't be like you know, couch surfing and
Right.
you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. I
Gotta
got
get some stability.
stability. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I was contemplating quitting. So two things happened. So my daughter was coming, and then
My God.
and then Merce called me, and then I got the shout out from Chuck D.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And
Chuck
though
D.
I was just like, because I was feeling like nobody. I was like, I'm cool on rap for real. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or at least trying to like make it as a rapper.
Right,
I would
right.
always rap, but I'm not about to be out here like trying to make it as a rapper.
Yeah.
But when those things happen, you know, and Chuck D, you know, it was crazy as he texted me today, but
That's what's up.
but
Niggas don't know
but-
Chuck D, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy,
bro.
It's crazy
Nah,
if you don't. It's
public
crazy if you
enemy.
don't. It's crazy if you don't.
Yeah, he and
You
he
met
made
Flavor
the
Flav
nice-
too, bro?
I haven't met Flavor Flav yet, but see, look, yeah, he texted me today.
That's hard.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
But he's a good dude. But it was that I was like, man, like
Hold on.
if he noticing my music,
Yeah.
then I gotta keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know
Got
what
to.
I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
real.
And so the homie Merce had put out, who called me and wanted to take me on tour, he put out that album. And so that's why it's an album called Everything Was Beautiful, Nothing Hurt. And the cover is my daughter's face. You know what I'm saying? And I did that because, you know, she was the reason why I
Saved
came
your
back
life.
to home.
Yeah.
Almost the reason why she saved my life.
Save your life.
I didn't want to die. And the reason why I named it that, there's a book called Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. And in the book, there's a saying that says, everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, like, if I did end up dying, you know, and my daughter wanted to know what my life was like, that's what it would be.
Wow.
Everything was beautiful and
Woo.
nothing hurt. You know what I'm
God's
saying?
alignment, man. And not to interrupt you, man, but God's alignment, not just his alignment, but his order. Like here's a man who's like contemplating suicide, and God's like, well, here's a life. You know what I mean? And he still left it up to you to make a decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why we have to kind of step through that. You know, the door is gonna be, he's gonna create that door, but we gotta open it. You know what I mean? And then, cause the Chuck D, what if the Chuck D came before the life? Who knows if that would have been enough? You know what I mean? So God's alignment is here's more life, and then here's what you've been waiting for.
God don't play about you.
Man, that's beautiful,
That
man.
Book of
And then
Eli,
and then
boy.
the whole album, the cover, that's amazing,
That's
man.
tight, bro.
Man, I'm curious. So I heard you say Killer. You also went on tour with Killer Mike. Basically, you going out and seeing the world. Did seeing the world, and I only think of Killer Mike because you know I'm a fan of Killer Mike. I listen to his podcast and like his community involvement. Just seeing the world in general, or even Killer Mike, how he moved. Did any of that influence you to dive
Segue
into the
into
community
community
like
work.
you are
Yeah.
now?
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, it didn't really. You know, not to say like I haven't, since then I haven't learned from him or
Right.
hit him
but
up
yeah,
for advice,
at
but
the time.
because he was involved with the Julius Jones stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a lot about that, and but for me, it was just being around it and just seeing injustice. You know what I mean? Like
Somebody's gotta do
just
something.
being a burden on
For
my
sure.
heart. You know what I'm saying? It was never where it's like I seen somebody else do it, and now
Yeah.
I want to do. It's like it's like you see things going on.
You've experienced it yourself.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you want to see things change,
Yeah.
and you're sick of seeing injustice, and you're
Yeah.
sick of what's going on, and you want to be a part of trying to change the system and change the
Yeah.
way things are for our people.
That's dope.
But nah, yeah, that's really what it
Yeah.
was for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, for sure.
What about Julius Jones in particular made you want to like jump into that equation and try to help? Because I know, like you said, this injustice been going on forever. It's a lot of brothers behind bars. What when you saw the Julius Jones stuff, like what kind of hit home, and why'd you go hard for that in particular?
A few reasons, cause one is that could have easily been me or any of us. You know what I'm saying? But with the Julius Jones, so there was a documentary called The Last Defense that what's her name, Viola Davis did,
Yeah.
and that's what was like the jump start for the whole movement was that documentary came out. But I'm actually in the documentary, and I'm one of the actors that that reenacts. And so while we're reenacting it, while we're filming it, you know, I was talking to the director, and I'm just like, bro, this sound familiar, because I didn't know it was
What it was.
Yeah, because it wasn't even called The Last Defense when we were filming it. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it was. I knew it was a documentary, and we were reenacting it because we didn't have lines. We just, you know what I'm saying? We were just filming our hands and the back of our heads, stuff like that. And so he started telling me the story, and I was like, oh, that sounds familiar. And so I started to remember when all that stuff happened to Julius. And, you know, for anybody who, you know, remembers being OKC at that time, you know, like 99, well, I'll take that back. In 7th grade, my 7th grade year, I was at Hoover Middle School, and the high school, I mean, that's the junior high that feeds into John Marshall where he went. Right. And so, but my sister was at John Marshall. That she was a freshman that year. Yeah. And that year, they were the best at football and basketball. And you know, John Marshall was like all that back then. As far, you know what I'm saying, those years. And so when it happened, you know, you recall those memories. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, Antoinette, she walked to school with my sister Michelle and Natasha and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's his sister. And so I had those memories. You know, and I remember all that. But when it happened, it was just like anything else. Like if you see somebody you remember, you seen around the way, get locked up, you like, oh dang, somebody else got caught up. You don't think about everything that goes into it. Right. So So at the time I didn't know, and so whenever we filmed that documentary and it came out, I'm just like, dang.
Putting two and two together.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This whole time we didn't even know all that stuff had happened to him. You know, his parents knew, his family knew, but none of us on the outside didn't know.
Really know.
And so there's a amazing woman. Her name is Cece Jones Davis. She's in D.C., but she used to live here. And she brought it to me, and she's the one who really kicked the whole campaign off. And so just her energy and, you know, seeing the documentary and learning more and, you know, becoming friends with Julius and really just hearing what really happened. Yeah. And knowing they about to kill him, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't believe in the death penalty. Yeah. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's really what jumped it off for me. It's like
being involved in
but also having getting to see the full scope and hearing his side of the story and hearing his family side of the story. And then also just knowing that, you know, at the time you got what was the DA's name? Macy. He was just like that was his whole thing, was killing people. You know what I'm saying? How many death penalty cases could he win? You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
And so and then, you know, the landscape of, you know, the justice system at the time was way different than it is now. You know what I'm saying? So that was a normal thing. You a young black kid, you know, accused of killing a white man in Edmond. Oh, it's a wrap. We don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You know what I'm saying? You did it. If you didn't do it, as long as we got somebody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's really what you know sparked it for me. And
did you get a chance to talk to Julius Jones?
Yeah, I talk to him all the time.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I've gone to visit him and everything since he got off of death row.
I bet that really just added to the fire. Like, were you really eye to eye with this man?
Yeah, so it's tough. Yeah. And man, like, you know, we did a 131 mile walk from Oklahoma City to McAllister on New Year's Eve, and
that's work.
Yeah, and even that, you know, so. And even with that, like Kim Kardashian that came to visit Julius, and you know his story was getting a lot of attention, you know, which is dope. And so I didn't want it to die down, right? And so a lot of us were just talking about you know what we could do and all of that. And so our plan was in November to, you know, walk to McAllister and do like a more of like a we were gonna say we're gonna have Thanksgiving with Julius, you know what I'm saying? But just get to McAllister and have, you know what I'm saying, and just be there.
Support.
Yeah. And so what happened was we realized that you can't walk to McAllister in a couple hours over a couple days. You know what I mean? And so we end up pushing it back. We end up leaving on New Year's Eve, and you know, it was a great walk, but it was definitely like one of the toughest things, and but also most rewarding things I've done.
That's
you know,
that's awesome.
And you know, the whole time we walked, you know, we talked to him, and but before we walked, we definitely cleared it with. And his mom didn't want us to do it because she said it was too dangerous, because it was, of course, like you walking through rural Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying, and also the weather and all that. And we had some encounters that was kind of crazy, but we also had some great encounters. You know, we had some. I remember one encounter where this dude was like, "I need to get to the highway," because we walking through the mud and stuff like that, and we saw people like, you know, trucks following us, and you know, I'm talking about the truck with the pickup bed and the dog running in the back of that mud.
Yeah, they
like
know they on that time.
And one dude even stopped us and was like, "So what y'all doing? What, you know what I'm saying?" So every time we got to, they knew we was gonna be there because the news was talking about it.
Y'all had no law enforcement?
Nah, we didn't have no law enforcement. I did have to take my homeboy as security. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
My homie Jay Roller came as security.
Y'all should have had that.
But you know, there was a couple towns we got to where the law enforcement was like, "I gotta get in the car and we gonna take y'all up here," because
they knew what time.
you know what I'm saying? That happened a couple times. But you know, we had those moments where we felt like, you know, it might get sketchy, you know. But like I said, we also had some encounters that were beautiful. I remember, like I said, there were times we thought law enforcement might be on our head, and they was cool with us. I remember when we actually got to McAllister Saturday night, and we had another mile walk to before the prison. Yeah. So it would have been our last mile. Yeah. So we went to bed, woke up the next morning, and we all went to I think it was a Jimmy's Egg. Yeah. And so, you know, it's, you know, all us blacks, we walking in black clothes, and you know, and the news is, you know what I'm saying, we got cameras and stuff. Yeah. And so it's all over the news. So I remember, I'll never forget this, man. Like, we walked in, and I remember everybody's looking at us. We had this big table for all of us, and we're on the phone with Julius, on the phone with his attorney, on the phone, you know, just doing the things we usually do in the morning time before we start walking. Yeah. And then it's a big deal because we got one more mile, and everybody's pulling up to meet us and walk that last mile.
That's
So two things happen. So we're eating, and I'll never forget it, man. This is why I always I try to be mindful of how whenever I'm seeing somebody, if I'm not to prejudge them just by how they look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we sit down, we eating, and I'm looking around. People, you know, people they don't want to sit here. Is how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I remember it was an old white couple, and I'm just watching them. They kept looking and I'm thinking, and so they paid their bill and got up and left. And I was like, I remember telling my homie, like, they hate to see us here. They got up and left because we came. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'm thinking that the waitresses are being, you know, kind of moody with us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But when we got ready to pay, she was like, "Hey, you know, I did 5 years in the pen. I love what y'all are doing. Oh, okay. Can I get a picture with y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we we was hoping that y'all would stop in our Jimmy's Egg before y'all got there. That's you know, hard. I'm just like, dang, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so, you know, and the whole staff was like that. You know what I'm saying? They all wanted to get pictures with us and stuff. And so when we got ready to pay, she was like, "No, it's your bill's taken care of." That's all. And it's probably like 8 of us, you know, because there's 5 of us that walked. We had cameraman, security, and maybe a few other people that had just pulled up. And they're like, "No, your bill got taken care of." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, that old couple that was sitting right there, they paid for y'all's food." The same couple that I was like, they that's crazy. They paid for our food. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it just it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. And that was an old white couple. You know what I'm saying? It taught me a lot.
The ones you would think the most.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I
anywhere.
Yes, and so that happened. And so then the next thing was whenever we got ready to walk that last mile, me and Mama Jones were talking, Julius's mom, and you know, we got the whole, it's like all the, you know, Oklahoma activists and, you know, organizers is out, you know, to walk with us. You know how it is in the march, like and this the last mile, so we want to celebrate. We want to make some noise.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to Mama Jones, and she was like, I think we shouldn't walk and be loud. And also, if y'all ever been to the state penitentiary, McAllister, it's like there's a whole neighborhood right across the street from it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, okay, because we don't want to, we're already, bringing all this attention to this town. It's probably 500 people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe more. And so I'm like, all right. So I told everybody, I said, we're gonna do a silent march to the prison, this last mile. And of course, people was like, what? Nah, we need to make some noise. Yeah. And I said, nah, Mama Jones wants us to,
respect it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so while we walking, and right before you get to Big Mac, the big prison, there's a smaller facility right next to it. And so, we're marching silently. Like I said, everybody know we coming. We marching silently, all these people not saying a word. And then while we're marching, you start hearing like bam, 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 bam. You just hear like this noise. And we like, what? Because we not making no noise.
Yeah.
And we look over to the smaller facility, you see all these orange jumpsuits banging on the windows, making noise, cheering us on, turning up for us. And I was just like,
wow.
Dang, if we had been, and that's why you got to listen to your elders, listen to
absolutely.
When God's speaking, because just think, if we had been marching and making noise, we would have
missed
missed that moment.
energy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they cheering for you.
Yeah, man. You could just feel it. You know what I mean? And you know, some of the people that we watch, they start tearing up and stuff because they know I'll be there, and they, you know what I'm saying? They all up on the windows making noise for us. So
that's hard.
What a moment to be a part of.
Yeah, and so that's why I say it was definitely one of the most rewarding things I've ever been a part of. You know what I mean?
That's amazing, bro.
That's amazing.
And real quick, so what just to segue into like the food business and what inspired you to get that started with?
So ownership started with he's saying Tom.
Yeah, we got 13 minutes. So
13. Okay, I'm gonna try to get these stories done real quick.
Good.
Go ahead.
You good.
So ownership.
Wait, I'm sorry. Pause you. Hey, bro, we good, bro? If we need to pay that extra hour, bro.
Yeah, we good.
I'm saying if we need to.
Let's roll it. We good.
Yeah.
We good.
Well, that's my fault. I did come late.
all
Don't,
good,
bro.
man.
We
good.
Okay.
Don't stress.
Don't rush
Take
anything.
your time, bro.
Yeah,
We'll go over
yeah.
time, bro. They'll be all right.
Okay, so
I'll call
so before I had restaurants, I had ownership in Tower Theater on 23rd Street, and so that happened because they did all the new developments, remodeled it and reopened it. I want to say it was like 2015, something like that.
Yeah.
And so so I saw they were reopening it, and I just tweeted, man, I'm gonna be the first show when they reopen. And they tweeted me back. It was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And so the grand opening of Tower Theater was me.
Wow.
For real.
Yeah. And so I want to say 2016 probably, but February 2016, and I put all my homies on. I had it was me, hosted by Malcolm Tubbs. I think I had Trip G. I think LTZ, DJ GQ. He went by GQ at the time. I think he got a different name now. Turn Me Up GQ, I think it's his name. Sauce Me Up. Yeah. So him. Who else was it? It was a bunch of us, man. Yeah. And so we did the show and sold it out. And Tower Theater capacity is, I want to say, 1,200, 1,500 cap room. And we sold it out. And I want to say we probably was doing like $10, $15 to get in.
Yeah.
And whenever it was said and done, the operators at the time wrote me a check for like $200. And I was like,
that's all.
I was like, this math ain't math.
Yeah.
We just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
we just sold it out, $10 a head, $15 a head. And I got to pay all the homies.
Right.
And they looking at me like, you holding out. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got a big check. You going to try to break us off $50, something like that.
That's crazy.
And so what happened was, I was like, man, like I didn't want my homies to think that I was pocketing their money. You know what I'm saying? So I just went on. I put them on blast on Twitter. And it's like, yo, we just sold it out, and they gave me a check for $200, and I don't know what I said, but something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, the owners at the time, he called me to his house. He was like, man, I feel bad about what happened. That should never happen. We don't work like that. And he was like, he said, well, what I want to do is make it right.
Yeah.
And he said, I can cut you a check for what we really should have paid you, what really owed you.
Yeah.
Or I can give you equity. And I was like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he explained it to me, and I was like, oh, no, I want equity, bro.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got a percentage of the ownership of
That's what's
Tower.
up, man.
And so since then, I sold it, but it taught me a lot about business. And so that's how I segued into
food
into Eastside Pizza, because I wanted to have another business of my own in my community. And so initially I was going to do like a hip hop shop, have a studio like this. People can come in and record their podcast or, perform, all that.
Yeah.
And around that same time, the grocery store on 23rd Street closed. And
That was a big deal.
yeah,
Man,
you
huge
remember?
deal.
I used to go there.
Yeah,
all the
and
time.
so
We call it the Red Store.
yeah.
As we was kids, we was
Yeah.
real young. We called it the
Okay.
Red
Yeah.
Store.
and so I remember around that time, some of us, were partnering with churches to like shuttle people to the grocery store and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It was ridiculous. And so I was like, well, we don't need a hip hop shop. We need food. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so the only food experience I ever had was whenever I was in high school, I worked at Pizza Hut. And so that's how
Kind of
I
had a connection.
Yeah,
That's
and
what's up,
so
man.
I mean, because it was a good facility. I mean, over there you have Bobo's, because you was right next to Bobo's, right? Where Bobo set up shop. But other than that, they opened that small grocery store over
It
there.
really didn't have no peace over
Yeah,
there either,
so
too.
It wasn't no
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, and so
Because they
that's
didn't
the reason
deliver
why-
over there.
and that's the reason why we did the grocery
Yeah, they
store
had
too.
Walmart
Was to,
and shit.
Oh, you did the grocery store too?
I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
I helped with
You
it.
helped
Yeah,
with it?
Yeah,
okay. So-
I would say that was probably that was mostly like Restore OKC,
Okay.
Nikki Nice, who helped with that.
Shout out to them.
Who did all that magic, but I was a small part in it. But the community came together to make sure it happened.
Dope.
Make sure it happened.
But it's like, it seems like a trend. Anytime you put your name on something, a lot more
gonna go.
people trust it.
Mhm.
And so it's just, it just speaks to what you're doing.
I hope so.
rep.
Respect it, man.
Yeah.
I've been in Oklahoma City for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it, so I think that's something to do with it. You know,
That's
what's up.
Your roots,
Yeah,
where your
yeah.
roots at.
Yeah.
That's how it should be, though.
So
Go ahead.
Eastside Pizza, and then Scramble.
Mhm.
Scramble came shortly after.
Yeah.
Did that just like you just kind of wanted to throw some brunch out there? You
No,
kind of built off of how did that come together?
That
Ain't
really.
that Greg and
That's my bro Cordell.
Okay.
So I've known Cordell since we was kids, and Cordell, whenever I first started touring, and I would go to LA. Like when I said I moved to San Diego and all that, the Cordell was in the service, and so me and him used to go out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just not even just when I was, you know what I'm saying? Like he was traveling around, I'd be traveling around, so like we was always doing stuff together like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And so we'd always say, like, we want to do, this was years ago, we want to, bring something to Oklahoma City like that, you know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Yeah.
Or the experiences we had, wish we could have those in Oklahoma City, or
Mhm.
we could take our homies with us to do it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And so, I had, if I'm honest, like, it was mainly like, him, like, pushing for it and fighting for it, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
And I was like, let's get it done. You know what I mean? And,
Dope.
and so we had a lot of meetings, man. A lot of meetings, a lot of arguments, a lot of
That's what it takes, man.
a lot of come to Jesus moments, a lot
Yeah.
of hugs, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it happened. And so, I give all the look, the everything, man. Like that was all him. You know what I'm
dope.
saying? All the flavor that, you know what I'm saying, that that people love about Scramble. That's 100%.
Dope.
His brainchild. But he's always been like that, man. Like with design, with being like he the freshest dude I know in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Like
What's the name
Cause-
again?
Cordell.
Cordell
He be
Love.
with
Okay.
Greg, right? Lori Chanel that was right
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
So he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Lori Chanel first. Yeah.
Okay.
And then me and him did Scramble together.
Shout out to him.
Mhm.
Well, Trev, man, you want to have some fun, man?
Well-
Get this rapid fire going.
Real quick though, I
Go
mean,
ahead,
I
go
just cause I mean, I'm gonna call Byron.
Bro, we
Yeah,
gonna be all
you
right.
I'm
good?
gonna call Byron.
They all
Okay.
right.
But yeah, cause I mean, Scramble is what's cool about it is like you said, it's one of the. I went to Prairie View, right? And so I was near Houston, where it's a lot of black success. And you can go into an establishment
Mm.
and you can see. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you can see it's like a lot of DJ spinning up hip hop, bottomless mimosa, and you just see black people having a good time.
Yeah.
And it's good. But we really, that was one of the things, and I was so happy when Scramble opened,
Yes.
just
Good.
culturally,
Good to have that.
just cause I'm going from PV
Yeah.
back to Oklahoma. And like,
We
man,
need stuff like that.
We
Yeah.
need stuff like that. So
that.
and then the location, all of it,
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
all of it, it's just perfect, man. So it's what you do, man. It's
matters.
inspiring.
Yeah, I
yeah,
appreciate that.
and
Mhm.
it's inspiring. And kind of like you said, in due time, we won't give away too much, but in due time, some of the things like the hip hop store, maybe one day,
That'll come there. It'll get
Yeah.
there.
maybe one day it'll be there, and the timing is gonna be perfect.
Yes.
Like you said, we needed some peace over there because I remember all the time. It was long. I grew up in Garden Oaks. Well, a part of my life in Garden Oaks. And my father, now we gotta go get the pieces.
Yeah.
They ain't
Yeah.
gonna send it over
No
here.
doubt.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so it's like just things like that.
yeah.
I got a question for you, brother. So, to the young entrepreneurs in OKC
Mhm.
that want to open up a restaurant, open up a shop, an event center, studio, and they just talking through it, but they don't know like really what to do. Like, what advice could you give someone that wants to really own something here
Get it
and
started.
how to get it going, get it rolling? Just what's some encouragement, some words you can give them?
Man, I would just say, be patient, and get some capital. You know what I mean? That's the main thing is you got to have, save up some money, put some money in the bank, and really just, man, like it's I don't say it's easy, but it's definitely doable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's attainable in ways that it didn't used to be.
Okay.
You know, and so but I would just say, man, just be patient. Even with Scramble, like it took a while. I feel like Eastside Peace took longer than Scramble to do. You know what I mean? But it's just this. I think we had that patience and we knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And didn't know how.
Yeah.
But when the pieces fell into place, we were ready because we were still, we still kept the energy and the conversation going.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's a good question because I think the essence of Black people is creativity.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
And entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
That's just the backbone of who we are. When you think about what we've built in this country since we got here.
Yeah.
I think we have to also remember that since we got here we've been told where to work, how to work, where to live, how to raise our kids, where to go to church, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our minds and our bodies weren't our own. You know what I mean? And so now now that we don't have to live that way anymore.
Yeah.
I think it is possible. You know what I mean? It is attainable, and so it's not gonna look like it for you how it looked for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I came from a family we own. You know what I'm saying? Never owned no houses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Facts, nah.
You know, every car we had was used. You know what I'm saying? We got cars from the auction. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to have to start our car under the hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so coming from that to being to where I am today, not that I'm like anywhere where I want to be by any means, or that
Yeah.
I'm just this super successful
Yeah.
person who has it all together.
Right.
But I know where I've been,
Yeah.
and I know that
You can do it.
we could do it. Man, that's who we are. It's in our
Yeah.
DNA.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We could do it. So I would just say to anybody who has those types of inspirations or passions in life, man, live off your passion. You know what I mean? And shoot, hit me up if I can help.
Live
I
off
will.
your
Well
passion.
said, bro.
Live off your passion.
Well
I like
said,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eli, man.
You want to get to the fun?
I mean,
do
go
it.
ahead. Let's get to the fun, man.
Let's all been fun to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
my bad. Last question, bro.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
What is one? I'm sorry. Who is one artist that you would want to collaborate with?
Here we go.
And why? Like, if you can get to just pick one. Got to be alive,
And he
though.
gonna say,
I
yeah.
can tell you got the old school flow. I've been going through your taste, bro. But yeah, right now, who would you want to collaborate?
You said
Collaborate?
alive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it got to be alive.
Man, a rapper.
Yep.
It ain't gotta be a rap.
Any artist?
It could be any artist.
You want to hear a rapper?
I kind of want a rapper.
Okay,
though,
let's
'cause
get a
I-
rapper.
you
Let's get a
bro,
rapper.
like,
Mary J.
yeah.
Blige get on the track, boy. It's going crazy.
Yeah, it's going crazy, man.
I was low key. I was thinking like Georgia Smith, somebody like that. But
Ooh, Georgia, cold.
Uh,
I like Georgia.
if I collab with anybody, man, probably, right now, like I like it had to be like Nas.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, respect it. Respect
You know,
Nas don't miss.
He does.
Still.
rap wise,
Yeah.
Nas, Black Thought,
Mm.
The Game.
Game for sure.
That's probably Nas.
that's
Probably my
good.
top.
That's top.
Nas a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to miss.
Yeah.
Nas
it's
probably
gonna
my
be
top.
Kids,
yeah.
man, even these albums that Nas has dropped, the ones that he dropped in like
Recently
21,
smooth,
2022.
Bro, Nas is showing.
Still.
Like what you were saying, that it's a
Still.
young man's game.
Yeah.
Because I remember Andre 3000 said that too, but man, the older
When they get
dudes
on.
be
That's
rapping,
what-
boy.
You know,
Yeah.
now I'm thinking about it. Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Oh my God.
Because
Clips album.
the Clips album,
Clip
man.
album
yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
He showed
And then what Nas is doing right now with Mass Appeal, he's like he put out his albums through Mass Appeal. He put out Rake One. He put out Ghost. He's doing like a whole like a legend series. He's doing a new Big L album.
Yeah.
He about to do a De La Soul
That's hard.
album.
They
That's
not
hard.
sold.
He need to get Scarface out there. I need one more.
Man, I remember.
I need one more.
Man, you know what's crazy? I remember listening to Sirius. I remember, driving, across the country one time, probably on tour or something like that in a car, and listening to Sirius. And it was Scarface was being interviewed on Shade 4-5, and he said that him and Nas was supposed to do a collaboration album that never happened. I was like, what?
That's terrible. Terrible.
That's
that it never
terrible.
happened. Shouldn't even told us. Shouldn't even told us. You know
I
what I
need one
mean?
more Scarface.
Shouldn't
bro.
even told us.
But yeah, that would be hard
be
too. I'm
dope.
trying to think if I missed somebody. He did Slick Rick. He did Rake One, Ghostface. The Rake One album is great.
Yeah.
And he's doing Big L, De La Soul. It's one more person I think. I can't remember. But the Big L song just dropped like Friday.
Okay, I gotta check
Yeah.
him. Yeah, Big L legend.
Okay.
Let's get into the
We're going to hit a couple rapid fire. We ain't got to go through all of them, but we do want to know your Mount Rushmore.
Hip hop. Go.
Hip hop.
My homeboy, Chris McCain always say like, kind of like I get the idea of Mount Rushmore, but like we need to have our own thing. Like Mount Rushmore is like a white people's thing. It's like when
Okay.
black people call.
Hey, that
it's
sound like
this-
Chris. That's like
it
Chris McCain. Yeah.
It sound like
Yep.
you know how girls say, I'm a Barbie. It's like, well,
Yeah.
that's not
That's-
ours.
that's
That's
not
white.
us.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I like
So
that.
I get the idea, but I just gotta,
Yeah.
leave
We gonna-
that
we gonna
'cause
think
he
about it.
always-
But we didn't think about
What
that.
you got then? What you got
So
for us then?
I don't got it. I don't have what
Hey,
it
we
would
need
be.
Chris McCain on here, bro. That's
Yeah.
next up for
I-
sure.
I don't
Who
got
needs
what
they
it
on
is.
pyramid or
Disciples.
something like that? An African
Yeah,
pyramid.
bro,
We
yeah.
got something.
That's
We got
all
we got to
Yo,
come up with
Sphinx.
something.
We gonna
But-
work on it.
Yeah,
we
so
got to-
to the but
Top
for the
four.
sake of the
Yeah, let's just
conversation,
say top four.
dead or alive or just alive?
No,
No,
No, dead.
all
All
time.
time.
all
Yeah,
time.
dead
All
and
time.
Okay.
Yep.
Tupac, Nas. I got two more. Tupac,
more.
Nas, Biggie up there,
Come on.
and
Four.
man, Tupac, Nas, Biggie. I'm struggling.
It's heavy company, man.
I'm struggling because there's one more, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
one more.
I'm struggling between three people: Eminem,
hmm
Wayne, or Drake.
Oh,
Wayne.
Hey, this is a good man.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
And
Cause that's a good. That's
That's
a
a
good.
that's a good.
I can't put
and-
Eminem on it, and just like you said,
What? Cause he white. Cause he
the
white.
culture, brother. You
Oh,
can't.
okay,
I'm
that's
with,
another
Here we go. We
No,
gotta
no,
go.
that's another. That's another. That's another.
So Eminem could go on your
So-
Mount Rushmore, but not this list.
But,
huh?
I get what you're saying, and usually I would agree. But when I think about rap, just as rappers, if like
He's just obviously.
so Eminem's first few years, like first 5, let's say his first 5 to 10 years, what he changed the like he helped make rap mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Like white culture didn't embrace hip hop the way it does now until Lose Yourself came out
Yeah.
and 8 Mile. You know what I'm saying?
He did a lot for it.
And
My name
we
is
gotta
Stan.
give you know what I'm saying, give him props for 50 Cent.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? For seeing that.
Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
So
you don't get
I
at the
heard
Dre.
I heard that he
No,
also.
no.
I heard that he also changed
You don't
like.
think Dre made Eminem and 50?
I heard that he also changed like how much you get paid actually
He might
being
have.
a
He
rapper
might- he
too.
might
Like he
have. So-
raised
But-
the bar. you
So
know.
with that being said, no, Eminem 50 was signed to Shady, was signed to Eminem. But no, I get the Dre thing, but nah, it was definitely Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to Machiavelli.
Machiavelli.
Okay.
So Tupac, Nas, Biggie, Machiavelli. That's my
Okay.
Okay.
It's your list. It's your
Okay.
list. I like that Drake was honorable mention. Though.
I like that too, man.
All
I
right,
like
all
that too.
all right. Best lyrics.
Best lyricist of all
Best
time.
Skip the Drake and Kendrick.
Nah,
we
don't skip
we
it. Don't
gonna
skip
get
it. I
that
want
one
to hear
too.
it. I want him to say it.
Best lyricist all time. Just one, though.
man, just one lyricist.
Cause we be asking for one, he give me 5.
I say right now. Oh man, that's so hard. It's still Black Thought.
Black
man.
Thought. That's a good one.
That's fair.
He's got to be
Yeah.
at least in your top 3.
Yeah,
in
it's
every
still Black
list.
Thought.
Yeah.
I mean, there's others. I mean, like Pace
For
One,
sure.
Lord Finesse, but
Eminem's up there too.
Eminem is up
I would-
there.
and here's the thing, I don't want to take away from Eminem.
Royce the 5'9's up
Royce the
there.
5.
Royce,
Andre 3000.
Andre 3.
Not my top 5.
He ain't your top 5 lyricists?
Nah.
He goofy. He kind of goofy sometimes.
Yeah, he can be.
But
he
it's all,
can.
he's still cold though. Pen is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Wayne is a great.
Keep
lyricist.
going, John.
Wayne, yeah, he's a different.
But
Rapid
all
fire.
right, so we're not gonna go too deep because Drake and Kendrick. We got to divide at this podcast with Drake and Kendrick. But
But just your opinion. We ain't
Your
even gonna talk
opinion.
about it.
Yeah,
We don't
we
want
ain't
to talk
gotta go
about it because
too
we'll be
deep.
here
Which
all
one
day.
you
Drake
prefer,
and
man?
Kendrick.
Drake
Go.
and Kendrick, man.
I listen to more Drake.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
he has
Yeah.
more music to listen to.
Oh, no, we said we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
All right, now let's okay.
Okay,
Best
Go ahead.
Thunder player all time.
Best Thunder.
Russ.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
I
fair.
agree.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Yep.
Close? Is he getting there?
If he win another one, it's
Okay,
SGA.
my bad. Okay.
Last one movie that changed your life.
Oh, that's a good question. I would have to say that changed my life. Either Imitation of Life or Malcolm X.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Denzel.
Yeah, Denzel went crazy on that.
Have y'all seen Imitation of Life though?
don't
Remind
think so.
me the
It's about the two moms. The black mom had the black daughter who looked white, and she
Okay.
was trying to pass
Yeah.
as
Yep,
white.
yep.
Yeah. So when I was little, my mom used to make us watch that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's classic.
What year did that come out?
There's two versions.
Yeah, that's the old one. There's another one. No, there's another one.
There's a black and white version and a color version. The color version is better. The black and white version is blatantly racist, but
Yeah.
like cause so like the story, what happens is there's two moms, a white mom, black mom. They end up living together. On the old one, the white mom goes and kind of steals a like a syrup recipe or it's Aunt Jemima pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Right.
And gets rich like that off the black woman's
Tough, yeah.
Right.
recipe.
Oh, yeah.
But they both have daughters, and then the black girl looks white. That part's still the same. On the new one, the white lady gets famous from being an actress, and she ends up beefing with her daughter, and then the black woman beefs with her own daughter because not beefs, but she's pretty much chasing her daughter around the country because her daughter doesn't want to be black. She's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
trying to pass as white. But
Sure.
it's a powerful movie.
sure.
Mahalia Jackson sings in it. It's
Dope.
it's dope.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we had, my brother.
Yeah.
Man, this is the Clear Vision podcast. JB, thank you
Thank
so
you, bro.
much
Thank y'all.
for
No,
pulling up
for
on
real.
us, man. It was an
Appreciate you.
honor. And man, we got some good wisdom
Some
from
good
you. We
stories, good
appreciate
wisdom,
it.
wisdom
For
in
sure.
those stories.
For sure. Trevin, where can they find
You
us?
can find us here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. All podcast stores, we're now there, man. Leave a 5-star rating. If you're still here, man, leave a comment.
Yeah.
You know, give us what you think, bro. Put somebody on. We're trying to spread the good word. Praise
For
God.
sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Eli, how
Yes,
can they
sir.
talk to us?
clearvisionpod.com, man. Hit us up with a listen letter, man. As a viewer, give us something that you're passionate about so you can, make a living off of that, man. So give us some plans or some blueprints on how we're going to make that happen, man. clearvisionpod.com. Hit us up, show love.
ClearVisionPod.com. Brian?
$ Clear Vision Pod.
Donation.
On Cash App, man. We got a lot of knowledge today.
Mhm.
So if if JB puts something on your heart, man, $, Clear Vision Pod on Cash App.
That's the dollar, man. That's too
Follow us on Instagram, Clear Vision Pod, TikTok, Clear Vision Pod, Facebook, Clear Vision Podcast. We're going to be more active on TikTok for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Pub yourself, my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Where can they find you, bro?
Everything is at My Name is JB, and
There we
Wow.
go.
for all these brothers, man, and throwing some money on some Cash App, what they're doing is great, and this is needed. So I appreciate
Wow.
y'all for having me.
sure.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.
Thank
What
for
I-
pulling up.
I guess what I'm trying to say is what's needed is like people to see this picture of y'all together. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like, it's to me what y'all doing is bigger than just a podcast. For me
Absolutely.
being in this room, like this is people need to see this, bro.
On
So,
me.
Wow.
On me.
Thank
We
you.
gonna
Thank
push
you.
it, bro.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate you,
man.
brother.
Sure.
Win.
All right. Yes, sir.